These are the Dardanelles. This is the ancient Hellespont, where I believe it was Xerxes the first of the Achaemenids went to the water, where Alexander conquered, and there's a city of Alexander Troas very near here. This is very near Troy, the ancient city of Troy from the Iliad, from Homer's Iliad. This is the place where Europe and Asia meet. This is the place where the Sea of Marmara moves through the Turkish Straits, through the Dardanelles, and then enters into the Aegean, which is actually part of the Mediterranean Sea, which is arguably a branch of the Atlantic Ocean. And then, since I mentioned the Turkish Straits, that would include the Bosphorus up at Istanbul, ancient Constantinople. So really, you've got the Black Sea going through the Bosphorus, and then entering the Sea of Marmara. Then the Sea of Marmara going through the Dardanelles and entering into the Aegean. So this is one of the most important shipping lanes in the entire world, for military, strategic purposes, for merchant ships, for the transport of goods. It's very important logistically. Very, very heavily guarded and controlled and surveilled, for obvious purposes. I mean, you can see over there a fortification across the way. So on one side we've got Europe, we've got Turkish Thrace. Thrace is divided between three countries. Part of it is controlled by the Republic of Turkey, part by Greece, and then part by Bulgaria, I believe. So this is Canukkale, which, just like Istanbul, is divided on two sides. It has a European side and an Asian side. So this is a very fascinating part of the world. May peaceful commerce and trade and tourism prevail as we move forward in these challenging times. So you can see military ships. You can see a number of different transport ships moving through at different times of the year. You'll see cruise ships going through as well. Yachts as people sail around the Aegean. The Aegean was like a veritable Greek sea in ancient times, along the Greek and Anatolian coastlines down to Crete, and including the Greek Isles. So almost like a separate part of the Mediterranean, from my understanding. So I wish it was a warmer day and I had more time to explore. So it's cool people come down here for fishing, for boating. Apparently there's a time of year when people swim across the Hellespont, from the Asian side of Canukkale to the European side, or vice versa. This is because at Canukkale, it's the closest point between Europe and Asia. And very near here is also the westernmost part of official Asia. And of course, when we look into the idea of Asia and Europe, it kind of falls apart under analysis to some extent. Like especially if we consider that the boundaries of Europe are considered to be the Ural Mountains. Here at Canukkale, the Dardanelles, and then again up at Istanbul at the Bosphorus, so that divides Europe and Asia. And then over at the Caucasus Mountains, the Caucasus, Russia, including Chechnya, Circassia, meet Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. So so there are a number of borders, but the Ural Mountains are quite small, actually. I think similar size maybe to the Appalachians in North America. That would be kind of like if there was a separate, maybe Eastern America east of the Appalachians, and Western America beyond that. I mean, that's maybe not the best example, but maybe it would be something along those lines. I mean, Europe is certainly a distinct linguistic, ethnic, cultural region it's very, very diverse in so many ways. But it seems more realistic to say Eurasia is a continent, or Afro-Eurasia, perhaps, if we want to include all of them together, which is possible. So it gets into some interesting geography questions. So everyone, be happy, be peaceful.